let's talk about the track fans.
Okay.
Because I always look at track fans, and it's maybe not fair to put them into two groups, but I see two groups.
Yeah.
I see the group that every 4 years gets really excited for track and field.
Yes.
The Olympic Games, they watch it. Those 10 seconds, especially for the 100-meter final, the world stops.
Yep.
And then there's the track nerds like yourself.
Yep.
That obviously the Olympics are the peak. That's when you're watching, but there's a lot of other events. You're up in the morning watching streaming events on the other side of the planet.
Yes.
How do we get those two together? And how do we grow them? Because sometimes when I see it, it almost seems like a closed door policy. That one group doesn't like the other.
Well, now, I don't know that we can get those two together, but I don't know that it matters, right? So what we're doing here is we're trying to create something, create content, create a show, create a community that speaks to all of those people, and we can bridge the gap. Now, whether the hardcore track fans, like the track snobs, the ones, and again, I use this phrase all the time, that love the sport so much that they almost hate it, whether they decide to let all the casuals into their club is something we can't really control, but we can speak about this sport on a level that speaks to the track nerds, but also does not alienate the casuals and people, honestly, who might be more curious about the sport if it was more available to them and if more outlets gave them doors to enter to understand the sport as opposed to erecting walls to climb to understand the sport.
So we want to be that door. That's what we want to do.
Because,
what it is. You know, we see it all the time, and all my friends are sports fans, and they're kind of on that, in that group where they say, oh yeah, I watched the 100-meter final, but what's a Diamond League event?
Right.
What are these other events? Why should I pay attention? We want to let people know why they should pay attention and shine a light on these events.
Yeah, and let people know that it's okay to enjoy the sport. Like, one of the problems I find with track and field fandom in North America, as distinct from Europe, because in Europe it's a mainstream sport. Here it's a very niche sport, fine, but part of it is there's such a high barrier to fandom in the sense that if you're a track and field fan in North America, you tell someone you're a track and field fan, the first thing they want to know is where you ran in university. You like a Division I athlete. You need
credentials to watch a sport.
Or a youth sports athlete. No other sport. Like, nobody has to have played for the Oshawa Generals to have earned the right to be a hockey fan, right? But track and field, we kind of expect that you have these high-level credentials just to have earned the right to enjoy Fred Curley versus Lamont Jacobs. And what we're trying to say is you can just enjoy it like any other sport. And it's going to come with its own slang, its own lingo, its own jargon, but we're going to demystify all that jargon to make the sport and its concepts and its plot lines accessible to people without alienating the people that are really into it.
That's it. That's the show mantra for the next bunch of shows, and you're going to have Pizzo and Morgan bringing it to you. Athletics North, Season 1, Episode 1 in the books. See you soon.